Welcome back. This is Rubin Minds. Before we went on the break, we were having a conversation with Sammy Cole, a brilliant comedian who is physically challenged, and he proves to us that truly there is ability in every form of perceived disability, because I personally do not think anybody is disabled. And now we're moving on to the conversation of filmmaking. Filmmaking is such a huge business, and every now and then we have new players coming to the scene. And with me to discuss filmmaking from the lens of a newbie is an actress extraordinaire who has now crossed over to the producing side, Tracey Obahor. Welcome to the program. How are you?
Thank you so much, Daniel. I'm fine.
You know, I almost thought you were going to say clock it, because you're Gen Z, aren't you?
Am I?
Are you Gen Z?
Am I?
I don't know. But yes, so first of all, congratulations. It's such a bold step moving from in front of the camera to behind. I know it's not easy to be a producer, so I'd like to say congratulations.
Thank you.
However, what prompted you to shift a bit of your focus from not just being in front of the screen, but you also wanted to be behind the scenes?
Okay, I would say it's passion. So ever since I was a child, I have this very wild imagination, and that has prompted me into going into filmmaking. So the thing is, my movie Tare, it's a movie it's actually a true life story. It happened in Binikrukru community, and but it happened before I was born, and it was told by my mom. But I actually spiced things up a little. Now, the reason why I needed to share this fame is because, number one, it's from the Niger Delta, and our stories are not being told. Our stories are not being told, and aside the fact that our stories are not being told, I strongly believe if anyone should tell your story, you are in the best position to tell it. A lot is happening in the Niger Delta, Gbaramatu to be precise, but a lot of stories that should be shown in the big screen, not just on maybe YouTube or a local channel. And so those are the things that drives me, the passion for telling stories, my wild imagination into telling this movie, into making this film, Tare. And to answer your question, why not just in front of the camera, why behind the scene? Like I said, nobody can tell your story better than you. And I've been planning this story for the past 3 years, and this is just the right time for the world to hear Tare. Okay,
let's take a step back. Let's take a step back to the very beginning. At what age did you discover that this was probably your path?
That should be 13.
13?
Yeah.
How long have you been in the industry?
So I've been off and on in the industry. So I had to go to school because I had to finish my university. I have a BSc Mass Communication, and I also have MSc in Digital Marketing. I just finished my master's last month. So I had to do all of that. But while I was in school, I was still doing filmmaking in and out. I was going for auditions. And this is actually my second movie. This is not the first film. The first one was shot in 2019. It was for Africa Magic Epic. Featured the likes of Patience Zokwa and Nusarex and that. So, yeah. So this movie, actually, Tare, is a movie that talks about the challenges of men. Should I dive into it?
You know, I like how you keep going back to this movie, this Tare. You know, you
I'm
keep
here to promote Tare.
You're here for an interview.
Okay.
You know, but I wouldn't stop you from selling your market, you know, but also we want to we want to know who Tracey is.
Okay, so what do you want to know?
Be human, you know. We just want to know, you know, tell us about the challenges as a girl child when you were growing up, you know, what inspired you. We want to know you, Tracey.
Okay. I'm just going to give you a little.
Okay.
So, some of the challenges of a girl child is that they tend to overlook. Okay, they tend to overlook what you can do. What's the word now? They feel like you're not good enough. Sometimes, I'm not saying in general, I felt like I wasn't good enough. That's some of the challenges I feel some girl child, some are going through. Me in particular, I've actually experienced neglect, not from my parents, but from some people that I actually look up to. And like I said, I mean, I'm so sorry, but I actually have to talk about Tare little. So that's I'm getting somewhere. When I wanted to shoot this film, because you asked about the challenges of a girl child, right? When I wanted to shoot this film, some people were like, "Oh, are you sure you can do it? Because this is a big move. This is a big screen. This is something that you're selling out to the world. What is going to make them watch it? Why do you feel like we should even give you this opportunity?" And they were like, "Oh, you can't do it. You're just a girl, and you're just a young girl." My age actually played a huge factor. And then, yeah, so I actually experienced that first time. And there were so many times they were like, "Oh, no," because I met some few persons back in 2022. I met some few persons. I'm like, "Oh, I have this vision. I want to talk about the Niger Delta stories."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, you can't. I don't think you can do it. I think you should just be acting movies. Just be in front of the camera, don't produce." So I've actually experienced that, and I know that so many girls actually going through that as well.
I like that you're able to use those challenges. You know, how do they say it? You turn your lemons into lemonade, and I congratulate you on that.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about the challenges of being a filmmaker. I've had several filmmakers come on this particular program, and it's always almost the same conversation. Issues with budgeting, issues with getting your money back. How do you raise funding? How do you get back your investment? You know, what are those challenges with being a producer? And also, like, what do you think, where do you think is best to get your money back? A lot of people are tilting towards YouTube now. So is it, do you have the YouTube play? Do you have the cinema play? Can you just tell us more about the challenges of being a producer?
Okay, this is actually my second film, but the challenges I went through, it was nothing compared to the first one I made. And one of the challenges are getting the actors to come on set. We shot in the Riverine area, and it's Baramatu Kingdom. It's called Binikroko Community. We shot some of the scenes there. We shot some in Lagos, and we shot some in Warri. And then bringing the actors, some of them were like, "Oh, they can't come because it's risky." And I had to go to the extra mile. Definitely safety first. Provided covered boats, life jackets for the actors. So that is like the first challenge. The second challenge, like you said, making your money back. Well, I strongly believe that in as much as there is a problem of trying to get back your money, it's a huge factor, it's a huge problem. I strongly believe if you make a good film, you're going to get your money. I mean, that is just me. That is my belief. If you make a good film, we've had people like Funke Akindele break the box office back-to-back, Tony Abraham and the likes of them. So yeah, I feel if you make a good film and put it out there, people are going to watch it like Tare. I believe people will watch it, and I strongly believe I'm going to make my money back. And let's address the YouTube. YouTube is also a very good avenue. Yeah, and yeah, I have a couple of movies there as well. You can see. So I have a YouTube as well, and I just want to touch. My movie is going to be YouTube. What's it called? Cinema, Netflix, everywhere. Trust me, you're going to see. You're going to see. You're going to see.
What are some of the stereotypes women face in the industry? You know, you go on social media and you hear things like Nollywood actresses buy cars first before their male counterparts. You know, what are some of those stereotypes you face?
Okay. So the thing is, there are also men who buy cars and houses every day. So I don't know why they talk about women a lot. Okay, let me tell you a little story about myself. Not really a story. I traveled to the UK 2023, and I can tell you that 70% of the movie that I used in producing Tare came from working. I was working at a restaurant. I was studying for my master's. You can't be in the UK and not work. I was working. I'm sure some people know me because I've served some celebrities. I was working at Enish restaurants in London. I was also working as a teacher, assistant teacher. I had 2 jobs and I was schooling. And I can tell you that I made a lot of money. I won't tell you that, oh, I did not have support. I had support while shooting Tare, but I can tell you that 70% of the movie came from working as a waitress and as an assistant teacher in London. while I was studying for my master's. So I don't know why people believe women can't actually work hard and achieve these things. Women can actually, in fact, they say what a man can do, a woman can do better, right? So when you see, because trust me, you're going to see me driving my Benz soon. I don't know. So when you see that, just write congratulations in the comment section. I mean, I'm going to own houses, and there are going to be money that Tare and my other projects we generate. So yeah, when you see a woman succeeding or a woman posting a picture, just say congratulations and move, because there are men every day. There are so many men that buy houses every day and nobody questions them. So why should they be questioning us?
I like that, and it is platforms like this that we can use to dispel those stereotypes so that people can know better and also do better. You did mention that you put 70% of your personal funds into making the film, and it's an indication of an overall challenge that the industry faces. I mean, typically, you know, in Hollywood and other places, you don't usually see a lot of individual funds going into a project. You know, people get sponsors, people that will fund the business and, you know, keep it rolling. But here you are, and it's not just your story. A lot of filmmakers have to use their personal funds. Now, what structure do you think we need to put in place in Nollywood that would ensure that we have investors, as opposed to using our personal monies to actually make these films? We have investors that pay for these films, and these investors are guaranteed that they're going to make their money back.
Okay. What I would like to say first is that when you see a young girl or a young guy trying to achieve something, please support them. And they are so, I believe the government, I don't want to really talk about the government like that. I believe even some individual businesses, they should explore the, what was the word now? They should explore putting their money into movies. Yeah. I mean, it's not.
We're almost out of time. You have about 10
seconds. Okay, 10 seconds. Okay, I'll just wrap this up. So yeah, they should just encourage filmmakers, and they can put up. They should give young filmmakers the opportunity to say, okay, if you do this, I'm going to get some money, and they can sign contracts. They should just give them platform, and also government can also assist the upcoming movie producers and all of that.
All right, thank you very much, Tracey Obahor. We are super proud of you. As you know, this platform is a platform that spotlights young Nigerians, and as a young Nigerian, you are truly doing amazing. We wish you all the best. And yes, you have mentioned Tare like 1 million times. Okay, yes, we watch Tare. Thank you.
In cinemas, October 24th.
Oh, thank you very much. All right. No. I mean, do what you want to say.
Okay.
Say what you want to say.
Okay, so Tare will be showing in cinemas on October 24th, so please go watch it.
All right, and we're going to send you a bill for that advert. All right, Rubin Minds.